County at Pikeville was the fact that Midland is so young. They have so many young players, so many younger underclassmen, and Coach Fetty's been looking for somebody to take that leadership role, and I think he's found that. The thing that I think he said he was most proud of last week is his team didn't quit. We're going to take a quick break, see if we can get a few words from Coach Fetty. If not, we'll come right back here to the stadium here at the Castle at Cabell Midland High School and get you set for kickoff. You're listening to Cabell Midland Football on 92.7 The Planet.
Digital and the Marshall Health Orthopedics High School Sports Network proudly present live high school football, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and sponsored by the City of Huntington Highway Safety Program and Jason Elkins State Farm.
At Food Fair, you can count on our local delis to have fresh and delicious options always available, like our best-in-town fried chicken. Stop by one of our convenient locations to get this weekly deli special while you're at it. Food Fair, conveniently fresh.
Trey, you've got to get it together.
No matter where you are in life, Mount West Community and Technical College, it's a step toward your future.
Trey, welcome to Mount West.
We provide the hands-on support you need with classes that fit your life.
Nice job, Trey.
At Mount West, we know you by name.
Trey Matthews.
Because here, you're more than just a number. Mount West Community and Technical College. Because you matter here.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, it's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why law enforcement is cracking down on people who text or use their cell phones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive.
Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives.
Don't text and drive.
Go 57 then. Yeah, it's 57. It's just hard because he has only half his jersey up.
Getting set for kickoff here at Cabell Midland High School. Chris Tatum, Ben Anderson with you back at the Castle. Both sets of captains have made their way out to midfield for the Cabell Midland Knights. Bailey Turner, Eli Thompson, Kian Shelton, Bradley Edens, and Caleb Ash round out the captains for the Knights. For the Capital High School Cougars, Ja'Cory Clark, Dylan Fink, and Thomas Cintron will be the captains for the Cougars. Midland making their round on the field. A nice crowd has filed in here this evening. Midland wearing black pants with the red jerseys, black trim, and those pewter helmets with the block M on the side. The Capital Cougars wearing their pewter helmets with the white jerseys, blue pants, and blue numbers. Those are the good jerseys, Ben. Those are the ones you can see from way up here. That we don't necessarily need those binoculars all night long. And for an old guy like me, that's a good sign to see those numbers bright down there on the field.
I say for a young guy like me, it's still difficult to see numbers too, and I'm only 21.
These guys both looking for a win here this evening. Coach Eric Fetty and Coach John Carpenter. John making his first trip back to Cabell Midland High School in a lot of years, but I've been around John Carpenter for a long time, as I have been Eric Fetty. Both of these coaches love their programs, love the sport, and they love teaching kids. So this should be a good ball game here tonight from the Castle as they both look for win number one. Both of them kind of took it on the chin last week, Ben. They both suffered a pretty big loss, but I think you heard both. Well, we talked to both those coaches, and one of those things that they both said was that they loved their kids didn't quit. And we're just a few moments away from kickoff. We've got the officials out there, the officiating crew this evening. The officials are referee Brad Simmons, umpire is Brett Simmons, Steve Simmons is the line judge, head lineman is Mike Kuhn, field judge is Ken Hicks, side judge is Austin Brewer, and the back judge is Nick Thornburg. All those guys well versed in officiating in the state of West Virginia. I know all those guys have been around them a long time too. So, everybody always gets mad at the Zebras. But you've got a veteran officiating crew out there tonight that'll do a great job, and we're looking forward to kicking this thing off. Last week, Midland suffering that loss at the hands of Pikeville, a team that goes deep into the playoffs, a very sound, fundamentally strong team, and also had a lot of returners. This game should be a little better matchup for Cabell Midland as they're looking across the field at Capital. And I won't even say first-year coach John Carpenter because he's not a first-year coach, but he's back here for the last couple of years with the Cougars, trying to right the ship. Things had kind of went sideways for him, but hopefully John Carpenter is going to instill his type of football up there that we know that he teaches, as Eric Fetty does here at Midland. So we're just getting ready for kickoff. Both teams making their way out on the field. The Cougars will kick it off. Midland elected to receive, and Midland will go right to left in front of us on your radio dial. The deep men for the Knights are Mason Bryant and Bryson Smith. Those are the deep men. Getting ready to kick it off for the Capital Cougars. Let's see. This is part of the problem with a shortened roster. We've got number 31 out there, no name on the roster, but Capital getting ready to kick it off. Ball rests on the 40-yard line, just left of center. And the approach, and the kick is away. That one's going to go and drop to the 10-yard line, 15-yard line into Bryson Smith's hands. Scoops it up, cuts forward, across the 20 to the 23 and 24-yard line is probably where he's going to get forward progress to. And the Knights will take over 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line officially. Then we'll get our first look at the Cabell Midland offense here from the Castle.
And Chris, this was an offense that really struggled a week ago, especially with its youth and blocking up front, trying to run the option-first offense. It'll be interesting to see, can this team improve from last week in terms of blocking?
Quarterback in the shotgun formation. Man of the wide side left. There's the snap. The give is to Turner Bailey. Bailey around the right side. He's got 4 or 5 white jerseys. He drags them up to about the 30-yard line. A nice pickup for Turner Bailey on first down. That's going to be about 3 yards shy, but it'll bring up 2nd and 7. Turner Bailey on the carry there for the Knights. Just underway here from Cabell Midland High School. They'll stack the box heavy. Quarterback under center. Man in motion. There's the snap. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. He's got some room to run. He's across the 35 and to the 37-yard line, and a big first down for the Knights as they move the football and the sticks. The Knights' first down of the evening.
As we just talk about this matchup overall, it's like you always say, it's like always been a great rivalry. Cougars have the 19-14 edge, and as it shows early on, both teams really putting up a fight here early on.
Logan Shaw with a nice tuck and run there, picks up the first down for the Knights, and he steps back under center. Single backs in the backfield. There's the snap, hands it off again to Turner Bailey. Bailey cuts around that right side, but the Cougars were all over him from the get-go, and on the stop that time was Thomas Cintron for the Cougars. He gets a yard on forward progress. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. 10:44 on a rolling clock here in the first quarter. Chris Tatum, Ben Anderson with you here on 92.7 The Planet. We welcome you to the broadcast here from the Castle at Cabell Midland High School. Back to work for this Cabell Midland team as Logan Scholl goes under center, two backs in the backfield, pistol formation. There's the snap, hands it off. Bailey gets the call again around the right side. He's got forward progress across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. A nice pickup there on 2nd down. 3rd down for the Knights. And that'll be a long 4, short 5, if you will. And the Knights will break the huddle and come back to the line of scrimmage. They'll send a single wide out here to the near side left. That is Kean Shelton. As Scholl goes under center. 2 backs in the backfield. Scholl's going to keep the football around the left side. And he is held up after a short gain. Tackle made for the Cougars by Sidney Lester.
Yeah, Lester's getting past the offensive lineman that time, able to break through and just stuff the quarterback that time.
9:35 on a rolling clock here in the first quarter. Just underway, no score. Midland with the first possession, and Midland, we've got an official's timeout. Not sure if it's equipment or what, but the timeout was called. It's equipment for the Cougars. Now they'll run him in. mouthpiece issue, it looked like.
Well, and Capital has to be careful now because that's the first warning. If there's any other things with equipment, it's going to be unsportsmanlike on the head coach.
Shaw under center will send Turner Bailey in motion, and now they draw the flag, a long snap count.
It'll be encroachment. That's an automatic first, and that's going to be a first down.
Yeah, that's going to be a big first down for the Knights. They're going to come across the midfield stripe there into Cougar territory. The 5-yard penalty will actually put them right on the 50-yard line. 1st and 10 from midfield for the Knights.
Yeah, that's just one of the situations, too. The Cougars, you have to keep your eye on the football.
Well, and you know, they're looking for that long snap count. Midland's trying to draw them off sides at that point, and they did exactly what their game plan was.
I say in that one, you have to be disciplined to keep your eye on the football. And now it looks like we have another official's timeout.
It's a personnel change. It looked like the same player that came in from the sideline from Capital before. Now we'll go back to action as Logan Scholl steps under center. Single back set and 2 men, one to the short side, right and left. They'll send Bailey in motion. Bailey gets the call again around the right side, still on his feet, across the 45, down to the 42-yard line. What a great pickup there for Turner Bailey.
And everyone's crashing in, and they're wondering, did the ball come out?
Capital says they have it. No signal from the officials yet.
And now
they're talking about it. But they say now it is going to be second down. The pickup of about 8 yards for Turner Bailey. No fumble on the play. Second down for the Knights as they are inside the 45 at the 42-yard line. Ball on the right hash mark.
On that play, it's kind of hard to see the fumble or not because with the way the sun's coming down, it's hard to see the blue beanbag goes flying or not, just the way the sun's coming down.
Midland back to the line of scrimmage. A man to the near side left is the wideout. That is Kean Shelton. Man in motion this time is Andrew LaFawn. There's a pass across the 40-yard line down to the 37. It's knocked incomplete. The pass was intended for Turner Bailey, and it's broken up, I believe, by Camden Harris.
Yeah, does Camden Harris has great time be able to come in right at the last second, and another defender comes crashing in and forcing the incompletion. Is great pressure by the Cougars swarming the ball that time, Chris.
As Fetty said, they're going to toss the football around a little bit, keep the Cougars honest, and he's done that thus far. It brings up 3rd down and 2, 8:14 here in the first quarter left on the clock. Scholl under center, takes the snap, hands it off. Covered up in the backfield is Mason Bryant. He fought his way to get back to the line of scrimmage, and the tackle made that time by Najee Mitchell. Najee Mitchell makes the tackle. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Knights again. You're at the 44-yard line, arguably.
Yeah, it looks
and
like
it's a fourth and 4 situation. I mean, this is a good spot for another long snap count situation for the Knights to try to draw them off sides.
He actually lost a yard on that play.
Back to work for Logan Scholl. He's under center. He sends Bailey in motion. He decides to keep it, and there's nothing doing on the quarterback keeper that time. Actually, he did end up handing it off last minute to Andrew LaFawn. LaFawn had nowhere to go, and that's going to turn it over on downs to the Capital Cougars. It'll be 1st and 10, and LaFawn was taken down at the 45-yard line. Is where to put the football in their own territory. So 1st and 10 from their own 45. We'll get our first look at the Capital Cougars offense.
Well, the Cougars now with the momentum being able to get that 4th down stop after jumping off sides on the first time around. Now it'll be interesting. Can the Cougars really capitalize and move down the field, Chris?
Now we're going to look at that Cougar offense. You're going to see this. You're going to see this quite a bit tonight. They're going to run the quarterback out of the shotgun formation. You're going to see Fernando Valdivia a good bit too. They'll send a man in motion, Metz Mitchell, and to give around the right side and out to midfield will gain them 5 yards to make it 2nd and 5. 7:20 on a rolling clock here in the first quarter.
It's kind of like the kickoff, Chris. It's like you have the player but not a number. We have a number but not a name to the number.
Back to work for the Capital Cougars offense. Quarterback in the shotgun. Fernando Valdivia with a single back to his left. There's the snap, swing pass out into the flat. Got some room to run across the 50, 45 and 40. Still on his feet. He's going to be knocked out of bounds around the 30-yard line. And the tackle is going to be made by Cabell Midland's Bryson Smith.
Yeah, great run that time by David Robinson Jr. just being able to break a couple tackles and just really get downfield and put the Cougars in great territory here, Chris.
So I guess David Robinson Jr. is number one.
Yes.
I like it. We're going to see in that backfield Fernando Valdivia and Robinson a good bit this evening. He'll carry a lot of the water, but they'll also throw the ball around a good bit. They've got 3 wideouts here to the near side right, one to the far side left, as Valdivia calls his play out to his offense, backs up, settles in, with Robinson in the backfield to his right. There's the snap, hands it off. Robinson evades one tackle, now evades another, gets positive yardage across the 25 and 20, 15, 10. Inside the 10-yard line around the 7 is where he's taken down. A touchdown-saving tackle for Cabell Midland. A big gain there for the Cougars.
Yeah, Robinson was nearly going to get stopped right before he even make it to the line of scrimmage. He would break one tackle and find the open hole and puts the Cougars in the red zone and a chance to take the early lead.
23-yard pickup there for Robinson and makes it 1st and goal at the 6:30 mark of the first quarter as the Cougars line it up. Quarterback steps back in the shotgun formation with Robinson to his left, 2 wideouts right, 1 to the far side left. The snap is bobbled. Quarterback Valdivia is going to have to take it himself, and he almost breaks into the end zone. Midland able to another touchdown-saving tackle on a busted play. That was on the tackle, Kean Shelton. So Shelton pulling double duty here this evening as the Cougars go back to the line of scrimmage. Clock rolls inside the 5:50 mark of the first quarter. There's the snap. Give us to Robinson. Nothing doing. Midland covered him up pretty quickly. Still on his feet, dancing around, but he's going to be backed up to the 5-yard line. So a loss of 3 after it was to the 2-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 6. So nice job by that Cabell Midland defense, swarming that football and keeping Robinson out of the end zone.
Well, that's one of those things like Eric Fetty said, hey, we're going to run the ball on offense and we're going to swarm to the ball on defense. That's exactly what the Knights are doing here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've done a good job of that. Now you hear the Cabell Midland contention on their feet. Robinson to the right side of Valdivia. Valdivia, no option, decides to take it himself. Weaves in, weaves right, weaves left, into the end zone, touchdown at the 5:12 mark of the first quarter.
Did his great job just being able to dance around the middle, dance around a couple of defenders, and punches one right into the end zone.
So quarterback Valdivia puts the Cougars on the board for the first time this evening. They hit pay dirt first. Special teams on the field. To hold will be Valdivia. There's a snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. It is in and good. With 5:12 left in the first quarter, your score, Capital 7. Cabell Midland 0. We'll step away for a minute and come back with more Knights football on 92.7 The Planet. See if you can find out who the kicker is, too. 31.
Okay.
What's that? Nothing. Who is it?
He's got a picture of the roster.
It's not your fault. I guess you got them all there.
I think I got it. Thank you.
Welcome back to the Castle. Chris Tatum and Ben Anderson with you. A 55-yard drive capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run by quarterback Fernando Valdivia makes it 7-0 in favor of the Cougars, and they prepare to kick. That'll be pulling it down is Bryson Smith. He cuts to the right hash mark and is taken down about the 20-yard line. He'll get across the 20 to the 23 and 24 is where they'll mark the ball down.
Well, Cabell Midland is shut down on a 4th down conversion after it got past its own 50-yard line. on the first drive. It'd be interesting to see can the Knights respond after allowing that touchdown.
Back to work for this Cabell Midland offense. They sputtered there after they got into Cougar territory, but now Logan Shull will try to right the ship and hit pay dirt with the Knights. Shull under center. They send a man in motion. Shull hands it off right up the middle. A nice little gain on first down as the ball is run right up the gut by Turner Bailey. It'll be second down and about 4 for the Knights. You know what I like about this place? They bring us Chick-fil-A, they bring us candy, and I like to eat candy. You know me. They brought me M&Ms this evening. This is a great press box to be in.
Nice.
Back to work for this Cabell Midland Knight offense. Shull under center. They send a man in motion. There's the snap. The give is up the middle again. Not much doing there for Cabell Midland. The Cougars were able to swarm Logan Bryant. Bryant hadn't really or Mason Bryant rather. My apologies. He didn't have much room to work there. He does get a couple yards. It'll bring up, looking at what, 3rd down and 2? Yeah.
So you think you're more of an M&M's guy, Chris?
I'm a peanut M&M's guy.
I'm sorry. I'm more of a Skittles guy.
Oh, are you Skittles? That makes
I'm
sense.
a Skittles guy.
That makes sense.
What was that supposed to mean?
I like Skittles too. I'm just saying. 4 minutes on the clock here in the first quarter. Back to work for this Midland offense. Shull under center takes the snap. Hands it off. This time the give is to Hudson Workman around the right side. He's got the first down and more across the 35-yard line to the 37, 38, and now they'll park him down at the 39. So a first down for the Cabell Midland Knights. Move those sticks, and Midland doing an effective job on this drive of moving the football with the run.
Now, you've only seen one pass attempt out of the Knights, and it is an incomplete pass on the first possession.
Back to work for Cabell Midland. Shull under center. Ball's on the right hash mark. They send the ball right back up the middle again to Bailey. Bailey on his feet and gets 2 or 3 yards, maybe 4. We'll see where the official mark is. It'll bring up second down and about 6. 3:20 on a rolling clock here from Cabell Midland High School. Midland with the football. Cougars have the lead 7-0 as we head towards the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Personnel changes for the Knights, which is also something Coach Fetty said we would see this evening. And he's been doing that the entire football game thus far within his first 8 minutes of the game. Back to work for the Knights. A single wide out here to the left side. They send a man in motion. That's LaFawn, and flags fly, and they're both pointing at each other. So we'll figure it out. But I think it's a motion call, Ben. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think it's the left guard jumped right before the ball was snapped. At least I'm pretty sure it's the left guard.
So they'll back it up 5 yards. It'll make it 2nd and 11. Midland back to work with that single wide out here to the near side. That's Brody Mabry. Another handoff up the middle. Not much going there for Cabell Midland either. And Logan Shull actually kept the football on the quarterback keeper. A gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. Does a nice job of tucking it and making that defense spy the running back and him. Little misdirection there. 2:22 left here in the first quarter. 7-0 in favor of the Cougars. Midland with the football, but they look at 3rd and a long 9 from their own 40-yard line.
It looks like a couple more substitutions being made for the Knights, especially on 3rd and long. You gotta get a first down here to try to keep the Cougars from gaining more momentum.
Back to work for Logan Shull. He steps under center. Single back set. 2 wideouts here to the far side left, or near side left rather. The pass out into the flat to the tight end. Shelton makes the grab but gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 9. Minute 40 on a rolling clock here in the first quarter.
And the Knights looks like they're going to send out the punt team here, Chris.
Yeah, they pretty well have to at this point. The deep man for the Cougars is going to be Damian Johnson.
Yeah, the senior by himself in the backfield. And if he could get a good return here, he could put the Cougars in great field position as he's backed up to, I want to say, about the 27.
Now we've got an official's timeout on the field as they'll have a little quick meeting as they converge on one another.
Yeah, it's the head linesman and the referee.
Andrew LaFawn will kick it away for the Knights. And again, your deep man for the Cougars is Damian Johnson. Officials' conference is over, and hopefully we're back to action here quickly. Minute 19 left in this first quarter. Capital leads at 7-0.
They're having issues with the play clock, and they're going to keep it on the field.
Yeah. All right, so we go back to work. LaFawn in punt formation. Johnson, the deep man for the Cougars. LaFawn waits on the snap, standing on his own 25. Snap into the chest pad, kicks it away. It's taken at the 29-yard line by Johnson. He fumbles it a bit and gives the Knights time to get in and take him down. The initial hit was Mason Bryant, and then Eli Thompson finished him off. And that little bobble cost them about 5 or 6 yards. But they're going to place it at the, looks like the 20, no, they're going to put him to the 31-yard line. So on forward progress, he gets the 31. But a nice job on coverage there by the Cabell Midland special teams. 1st and 10 for the night, or for the Cougars rather, as we'll see Fernando Valdivia bring his team to the line of scrimmage. Robinson in the backfield. 3 wideouts as they spread them wide over on the far side left. 2 here to the near side, or 2 and 2 actually, as they switch up formation with Robinson in the backfield alongside Valdivia. There's the snap into the shoulder pad. Left side pass out into the flat. It's caught across the 40, 45 and 50, 45, 40 on the run, 30, 25, 20, and he's finally taken down on the far side. The reception made by Sidney Lester.
To Sidney Lester taking that screen pass and just finding that open hole on the far side of the field and just making a huge gain there for the Cougars.
Tackle made by Cabell Midland's Xavier Beckett. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. A huge gain for the Cougars as they're in the red zone now. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. The Cougars lead at 7-0. They're going to get another playoff, of course. Robinson to the right side and he's got it, runs up the middle. He gets the give from Valdivia and takes off 19 yards on the touchdown run. 25-second mark of the first quarter as we're just drawing to the close. The Cougars put their 2nd touchdown on the board.
Yeah, just Robinson just walking his way into the end zone, just went completely untouched. You can tell on that play just the Knights just missed the assignment that time, and he was able to take advantage of it and found the wide open hole.
Now we've got another official's timeout. I'm not sure if it was a pad on the field or what, but he tossed. Yeah, it was. It's another equipment issue.
Oh, it looks like the knee pad fell off or something, and they're having to have him put it back on.
25.4 seconds left in this first quarter, as Valdivia will hold once again. There's the snap. Ball's down. Kicks up. It is in and good. With 25 seconds left in this first quarter, we'll keep it right here. The score is 14-0 in favor of the Capital Cougars, who have made quick work here on both of their possessions. That ball was basically a 70-yard, 69-yard drive, capped off by a 19-yard touchdown run by David Robinson. First one, Valdivia punched in from 5 yards out on a long drive for the Cougars. Second one, it goes to David Robinson to put the Cougars up 14-0 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and just the Cougars is really doing a phenomenal job with the running game. And it's the same thing as last week. Pikeville had a lot of success with the run game, and second week in a row, the Knights are struggling to shut down the run game.
Yeah, I think it just goes to the inexperience of some of these younger players. Coach Fetty said that their inexperience was exposed last week, and I think you're seeing more of that this week. Hopefully they can keep it close here and get a score or two before halftime. This game was highly touted as being going to be very close, but Capital has proven that they're ready to play some ball here tonight. They put 14 points on the board as they prepare to kick it away.
And now the question is, does Capital keep on to this lead, or does fatigue start playing a factor later on in this contest?
Mason Bryant and Bryson Smith are your deep men for the Knights. There's the kick. This one's going to go to Bryant. Bounces at the 16. Bryant hauls it in around the right side, hops the defender. Now getting the open field. He's at the 30, 35, and he's upended around the 38-yard line. But a nice return there for Mason Bryant. They'll put him at the 38-yard line. So give him about 23, 24 yards on the return. Cabell Midland offense making their way back out on the field. Logan Scholl wanted to get his offensive unit some production here. They don't really have a long sustained drive here to end the first, but they'll keep the football into the second quarter. Hopefully they can put a nice sustained drive together and put some points on the board. This time the ball goes right up the middle. It's on the carpet, but he was already down. Mason Bryant, as he rolled off after being tackled, he let the ball loose. Not a fumble. It'll be second down, but a gain of about 5 or 6 for Mason. As we roll to the end of the first quarter with your score 14-0 in favor of the Capital Cougars. We'll step away. We'll come back with second quarter action here from the Castle. You're listening to Knights football on 92.7 The Planet.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends, and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Let's look at 2nd and 3. 12 minutes on the clock, and that signifies the start of the second quarter here from Cabell Midland High School. Scholl under center. 2 backs in the I formation. There's the snap. The give this time is to Hudson Workman. No, check that. Yeah, it was Hudson Workman, I believe. Yeah, it was Hudson Workman. He scoots forward for a couple, and it'll be 3rd and 1, depending on where they mark it. Ooh, man, he got a bad spot, honestly. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't agree.
That's a terrible spot, actually.
Okay, even though as a back judge myself, as a football official, I don't like getting mad at him. But that was a bad spot.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. Was pretty bad.
Third and 3.
So I don't like blasting officials being one myself, but
as Scholl goes under center, 2 backs in the pistol. There's the snap. The handoff again is to Hudson Workman around the right side. He comes, and that time he's tackled to the backfield for a loss. Probably a loss of 1. And they're going to give him forward progress on this run?
He never made it to the line of scrimmage.
Look, I'm just here, buddy.
I'm just saying he never made it to the line of
having
scrimmage.
said that, fourth and 2 for the Knights. They got shafted on the other one. Maybe that was the give back. That's what you guys do, right?
Hey, you got to call both ways.
That's right.
You got to go both ways.
That was the makeup. It'll be 4th and 2 officially for the Knights. They are just at the 47-yard line, just shy of midfield, and the offense is going to stay on the field. Long snap count coming up here. Bet your bottom dollar. As Scholl will push Turner Bailey over to the left side. He goes under center. Single back in the backfield. That's Bryant. Checks the sideline. Looking for that long snap count. Now they're going to call the timeout. They didn't get the Cougars to jump as they wanted them to. So they'll call the timeout and likely send the punt team back out after the timeout. I'll tell you, Capital has really exposed the inexperience of this Midland team here this evening, and you can see the youth kind of showing up here for him again early, and hopefully, and I'll say this too, and I agree with Eric Fetty, what he said in the pregame is that they never quit. They've not quit here at all, but you can tell this is a very young team.
Yeah, you can tell it's a very young team. A lot of mistakes and mental errors early on by this Knights team, Chris, and I agree with you. It's just the youth being exposed, and Capital doing a great job exposing that. As we did mention, this was supposed to be a close game. It's still a good game back and forth. And then, of course, Capital is starting to rebuild its program. And the Cougars really being able to battle along and show that, hey, they came here tonight to win a football game.
Absolutely. As we come back to action, 4th and 2 from the 47-yard line. Logan Scholl has his offense to the line of scrimmage. Bryant in the backfield. That box is stacked up. They'll send Bryant, gets the call. He's got the first down across the midfield stripe, and that'll pick up a first down for the Knights. A big first down conversion on 4. And Mason Bryant gets it inside the 50 to the 49-yard line to move the sticks for the Knights. Mason Bryant, a nice run, kept those legs moving after the initial contact to pick up the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights from the 49-yard line of the Cougars. Fresh set of downs and hopefully fresh set of plays to move this football forward for the Knights. Logan Scholl brings his team to the line of scrimmage. He'll keep Bryant in the backfield. Single wide out to the far side left. Man in motion. This time is Andrew LaFawn. There's the snap. LaFawn gets the give. Pitches out. Now around the left side. LaFawn, first down, almost to the first down marker. He's taken down to the far side of the field by Robinson. A 9-yard pickup, maybe to the stick. Nope, they're going to mark him at the 40. He needed the 39, so it'll be 2nd and 1. 9:27 left here in the first half. 14-0 in favor of the Capital Cougars, but Midland with the football into Cougar territory. Single back set for the Knights. That's Bryant. There's the snap. Bryant gets the call again, right up the gut, and he'll get forward progress to the mark. I think he's got the first down. We'll see where they mark him. One official here to the near side says the 39. The one to the far side says just shy of the 40. So maybe a tiny pickup. He needed about a yard and a half. Didn't get it. It's going to be 3rd and 1 officially.
It looks like I don't think he even got a full yard, Chris. Looks like he only got about half a yard on that play.
Yeah, he needed about a yard and a half, and I think he got to the 40. He needed the 39.
And this one is a long 1 yard to get the first
Bryant's going to stay in the backfield as Scholl goes under center. They'll send a wide out here to the near side. Man in motion. LaFawn again. There's the snap. He's going to keep it. He has nowhere to go. Taken down in the backfield. The Cougars did a nice job spying that play, and Camden Harris on the tackle for the Cougars will bring up 4th down for the Knights. 8 minutes left here in this first half.
Now the big question is for the Knights, they have to go for it in this situation.
Yeah.
You cannot afford to give the Cougars the football back and potentially go up 3 scores.
4th down and 3. 2 backs in the backfield and the wide out here to the near side right for Scholl. Under center he goes, takes the snap, gives it away. That is to Mason Bryant. Bryant across the 35 and down to about the 30. That's the first down and a bunch more. Move the sticks for the Knights.
Great play that time by the Knights. Yet is able to break free, get the big first down, and the Knights starting to gain momentum here, Chris.
12-yard pickup for Mason Bryant, and the Knights will move the sticks and put the Knights at the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 as the Knights are here on the near hash mark now. They'll stack that box up and keep Bryant in the backfield. That line full stack. Bryant gets the call again. Legs are churning. He got covered up right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get a short gain on forward progress, but not much more than a yard. They really came through the line that time on coverage and didn't give Bryant much room to run. He picked up a yard at best. It'll bring up 2nd and 9 from the 30-yard line. 6:45 to go here in this first half. The Cougars lead at 14-0 It'd be great if Midland could pick up a score here before the half and shut down that Cougar offense and head into half maybe with a tie ball game or at least a one-score deficit.
Well, the Cougars do get the ball to start the second half.
Back to work for the offense. Scholl hands it off. That is to Hudson Workman. He cuts left, and he gets a short gain as well, maybe a yard or two. Not much more than that. He'll go to the 28-yard line, so he'll get a couple. It'll bring up third down and about 6.
Yeah, and if you get cut short here, you have to go in on fourth down because it'll be way too long. You're just outside field goal range.
The Knights will break the huddle and head back to the line of scrimmage. That's Hudson Workman and Mason Bryant in the backfield behind Logan Scholl. Scholl under center, takes the snap, rolling left, looking to pass, fires for the end zone. He's got a man. It's caught into the end zone. Touchdown. The big tight end. That is Keon Shelton. And Shelton on a 28-yard touchdown reception hits pay dirt for the Knights.
Woo! What a catch. It's just, yeah, the quarterback getting absolutely tattooed. But I don't know how Shelton caught that football.
That was a great pass into double coverage. Shelton catches it, puts it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, I don't know how Shelton caught that ball, Chris, because he almost dropped it.
LaFawn for the extra point for the Knights. 5:44 mark of the second quarter is where we stand with LaFawn trying to put it through for the extra point. To hold is Cam Wallace. There's the snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. It is in and good with 5:44 left in the second quarter. It is now Capital 14, Cabell Midland 7. Back with more action here from the second quarter at the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
.544 left in this first half. 14-7, a 28-yard pitch and catch from Logan Scholl to Shelton. Keon Shelton on the reception to hit pay dirt for the Knights for the first time this evening. The extra point was good by Andrew LaFawn, and the Knights prepare to kick it off. LaFawn with the ball dead center on the 40-yard line, ready to kick it away to the Cougars. Kick is up and away, and it'll sail to the end zone. Man, that's a nice leg by LaFawn there for the touchback, and the Cougars will take over 1st and 10.
At the 25-yard
25-yard line.
Actually, she's at the 20.
20, rather, yeah, sorry. 20, yeah, 25. We're thinking of the other game.
Yeah, we're thinking college.
The college game, which is tomorrow, by the way. Over on our sister station, 93.7 The Dog, we'll have the contest as the Marshall University Thundering Herd hits the Joan for the first time this season.
Yeah, Tony Gibson making his debut against the Missouri State Bears, a new FBS program in Conference USA.
Yeah.
Former conference of the Thundering Herd.
Should be a good time tomorrow. They say the rain's going to clear out by 6 o'clock kickoff time.
Timeout.
Midland's going to take a timeout. We'll take it on our own and be back in 60 seconds here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Welcome back to the Castle. Chris Tatum, Ben Anderson with you here live from Cabell Midland High School as the first play from scrimmage for the Cougars on 1st and 10. Running back Robinson falls across the 30-yard line to about the 32, a pickup of about 6. We'll bring up 2nd and 4. 28-yard touchdown reception from Logan Shaw to Keon Shelton makes it 14-7 as we head towards halftime. It'd be nice for Midland to get a big stop here before the half and keep it either a one-score deficit or put another 7 on the board quickly to go in with its halftime ties. The Cougars head back to the line of scrimmage. That is Valdivia in the backfield, and of course that's Robinson to his left, and now he'll shift him over to the right side. 3 wideouts to the right side, 1 here to the near side left. The ball's on the carpet. Midland may have it. No. Valdivia picked it up. Valdivia picked it up. Lucky for the Cougars.
Because, man, that would have put the Midland Knights with the ball just outside the 20.
Been a great turnover for Midland. 4:41 as we roll the clock here in the first half. 14-7, a big third down here for the Cougars. Valdivia in the backfield in the shotgun. Same formation, 3 wideouts to the right, 1 left. Valdivia rolling. Look at the pass. He's got a receiver out in the flat at the 30, 32, 35, and out. And it's taken out of bounds at the 39-yard line. The tackle made by Cam Wallace. Little pitch and catch there for Valdivia to Damian Johnson. A pickup to the 40-yard line. And it'll move the sticks for the Cougars. 1st and 10. Valdivia getting his team set. 2 wideouts to either side. Single back in the backfield. That's Robinson. Valdivia will send a man in motion. There's the snap. Passes out into the flat again. Reception is Najee Mitchell. He's down the left sideline on the run to the 30, 25, and 20. 1 man to beat, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 12-yard line by Cabell Midland's Bryson Smith. A touchdown saving push out of bounds. In fact, the Cougars all the way down to the 12. .38-yard pickup.
And we got a hold against the
It's
Cougars.
coming back. Boy, how fortunate that is for the Knights as the flag will negate that big pass play and pull the Cougars back and be assessed the penalty.
Yeah, the Midland Knights bailed out by the holding call there.
Yeah, for sure. At halftime, we'll get you scores from around the area, all the way from Class A to Class 4A from around the state of West Virginia. We'll talk a little bit about what's going on around the state, as well as what's happening in Huntington, West Virginia, and Athens, Ohio tomorrow, as the Bobcats prepare to welcome the West Virginia University Mountaineers. We'll talk college football, we'll talk high school football, and who knows what else. But we're back to work now. It'll be 1st and 15 with 3:46 to go here from the Castle as the Cougars assess that penalty after the hold. Valdivia in the gun. Passes out of the flat. Missed assignment there. That was intended for David Robinson. Robinson wasn't even looking in the direction.
I think Robinson, was thinking the play call was supposed to be a backwards pass, and instead he just missed it completely.
Be 2nd and 15, 3:36 left in this first half. The Knights down by a score of 14-7. As the Cougars will send their offense back to the line of scrimmage. Valdivia looking to the sideline to head coach John Carpenter. Now they've got the play they like, and Valdivia holding his hands up as if there's confusion. They've got 2 wideouts to the left and 2 wideouts to the near side right. The single back is Robinson. Still checking that sideline is Valdivia. Now he'll bring Robinson up to the left side, right on that 30-yard line. There's the snap, looking to pass, fires right side, and again out into the right flat. He was looking for Sidney Lester. Lester was way behind the pass. It was a bullet pass out there in the flat. Nothing doing. It'll bring up 3rd and 15.
Yeah, the Cougars just trying to throw back-to-back screen passes and just poor miscommunication between quarterback and wide receiver. As the quarterback, he's having to get rid of it quickly because the pressure's on.
The pressure was coming for sure, but that's still, and I'll say this too, it looked like a busted play again because you had confusion out there. Nobody's looking in the right place.
I think that's one that's, you can tell how young Capital is and just how early it is in the season when you're still having confusion of play calls on back-to-back plays such as that.
Valdivia with trips receivers here to the near side left, one of the receiver to the far side right, and they're going to have to call a timeout. It's confusion again at the line of scrimmage. They'll take a timeout. We'll take a timeout of our own and bring second quarter action back to you here on 92.7 The Planet.
Digital and the Marshall Health Orthopedics High School Sports Network proudly present live high school football, presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and sponsored by the City of Huntington Highway Safety Program and Jason Elkins State Farm.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture with uniquely excruciating dips of dread. Enjoy the anguish.
Snap taken by Valdivia. He rolls around the right side. That was sort of a busted play as well. He had nobody to throw the ball to as he was looking to pass. He rolls right across the 35 to the 40-yard line, and it'll bring up 4th down and about 10.
Yeah, and it forces Capital to bring on the punt team as just bad communication on the entire drive for the Cougars, and now can the Knights take advantage, Chris, and to make this the entire game going in halftime because momentum is on the Knights side right now.
3 minutes on the clock here left in the first half. The deep man for the Knights is Bryson Smith. Cougars set to kick it away. The snap into the hip pocket. End-over-end kick. A nice spirally end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken by Smith at the 28. Brings it across the 30 to the 32-yard line. And that's where the Knights will take over 1st and 10. With 2:41 left in this first half, the score stands at 14-7 in favor of the Cougars.
Cabell Midland got the stop it needed to. Now can he get down the field?
They got a 2-minute offense, you think?
Hey,
we'll have to find out.
Hey, anything's possible, Chris. Anything is possible in the game of football.
1st and 10 from the 32-yard line for the Knights as Scholl will bring his team to the line of scrimmage.
I expect the Knights to probably try to go more in the air on this drive and try to get downfield. Try to use the least amount of clock as possible.
Coach Fetty said they're not afraid to throw the ball, and Scholl is checking the sideline again. And now it looks like you get a little confusion here on the Knights sideline, and they're going to take a timeout of their own. They signaled the timeout, and now they wave it off. Personnel changes. They had one less. They had 10 men on the field. They needed one more. Scholl under center. They'll send a man in motion. That's LaFawn. The give is up the middle. Mason Bryant on his feet. Across the 40, 45, out to around the 47-yard line. Bryant gets the first down and more, and that's the way to come out in a 2-minute drill, if you will. Bryant takes it to the 47. 15-yard gain for the youngster. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights. .228 as the clock rolls here in the first quarter. Scholl under center. Bryant in the backfield. That box is full stacked right now. They'll send LaFawn in towards He'll get the call towards the right hash mark, bowling his way across the 50 to the close to the 45. He'll get the 46 on forward progress. Is still on his feet until whistles blow to stop the play and call it dead. A nice pick up there for the Knights. It'll make it 2nd and 6. Hudson Workman on the carry that time for the Knights. Picks up 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. 1:50 left in this first half. LaFawn in motion again. Bryant gets the call up the middle. He's got the first down to the 40-yard line. Moving the football. The Knights are doing a great job of moving the football on a hurry-up offense here.
And also, the Knights still have 2 timeouts remaining, so they still have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. They can use it at any moment.
Scholl comes from the sideline, brings the play into the huddle. They'll break and head to the line of scrimmage. Ball rests on the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. 1:30 to go here in this first half. LaFawn in motion. Bryant gets the call again. Bowling forward, still on his feet. The line push to the 35-yard line. He's going to get about 4 yards. And the play again is whistled dead. As Bryant, they could not take him down. 2nd and 5. Minute 10. Clock still rolling. Knights to the line of scrimmage. Bryant in the backfield. Scholl under center. LaFawn in motion. There's the snap. Scholl's going to keep it. Nowhere to go. He's tackled in the backfield. The tackle made by Jamari Smith for the Cougars. That'll be a loss. They need to call that timeout if they're going to use it. 45 seconds. The clock continues to roll.
Why are you not calling?
Now they're going to take it with 40 seconds to go. We'll keep it right here. We're inside a minute to go in the first half. 14-7 is your score, but they let probably 10 seconds roll off of the clock here before they ever called that timeout. You had your offensive unit looking to the sideline. Those extra 10 seconds will be critical as you head towards the end of this first half.
Yeah, and that's why I questioned why it took Coach Fetty so long to call that timeout. It's just, like you said, you just wasted 10 seconds, 10 valuable seconds on this 3rd down situation. You got to have better time management in that situation. That was not great time management.
Hopefully they can punch it into the end zone and put some points on the board here before the end of the first half. If you're just joining us here on 92.7 The Planet, Chris Tatum and Ben Anderson with you here for the Game 1 at the Castle of the season. We come back next week, and then after that we go on the road, but not far away. We'll head to Spring Valley 2 weeks out from now. But 2 straight games at home, so we'll be back right here next week at the Castle in a week from now, and then we head out to Spring Valley for the next road game. As the rain now starts to fall just a little bit, there's a threat of big rain here earlier this evening, but we haven't seen it thus far.
Well, I think it hit Huntington because I knew Marshall Women's Soccer actually had a rain delay to start that game earlier this evening.
Well, then that rain has stayed, fortunately for us, to the left side of I-64, which it does a lot of times. Bryant in the backfield as we get back to work. 3rd down, 8 to go for the Knights. There's the snap. Looking to pass is Scholl. Keeps it himself. He gets run into by Jamari Smith at the line of scrimmage, and maybe actually the original line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of 2 with 30 seconds to go here in the half. Not taking that timeout right now either. They'll send the offensive unit back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to get one more play, it looks like, before the end of the half.
Yeah, if I'm Cabell Midland, it's 4th and long. You don't go and call the timeout. Just run the clock out and just go to halftime.
Scholl looking to pass. Heavy pressure. Rolls right. Looking. Fires down the right side, and it's intercepted. Still on his feet. 4-3 and 2 seconds to go. The interception made by Sidney Lester. There's the horn. The half is over. Depending on what happens here, he fights off 2 or 3 defenders, and he's going to be taken down at the 45-yard line, and that will bring a close to the first half of football here from the Castle. With your score, Capital 14, Cabell Midland 7. We'll come back. We'll check scores from around the area, talk about what's going on in the world of high school and college football. More right here on 92.7 The Planet.
Digital and the Marshall Health Orthopedics High School Sports Network proudly present live high school football. Presented by the Marshall Sports Medicine Institute and sponsored by the City of Huntington Highway Safety Program and Jason Elkins State Farm.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, it's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why law enforcement is cracking down on people who text or use their cell phones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive.
Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives.
Don't text and drive.
Next to you, next to me.
Barbersville Fall Fest 2025, Wednesday, September 17th through Saturday the 20th, with carnival rides Wednesday through Saturday and the parade on Thursday. Friday night, September 19th, it's Straight On, a tribute to Hart. And then Saturday, September 20th, the village of Barbersville welcomes Shenandoah.
If I had 2 dozen roses.
Plus, arts and crafts, the car show, professional wrestling, and so much more. Fall Fest 2025 in the village of Barbersville, September 17th through the 20th.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends, and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture with uniquely excruciating dips of dread. Enjoy the anguish.
It was supposed to be here around 6 o'clock. We thought we had dodged a bullet and stayed to the left of I-64, but it is landed here at the castle now as the Capital Cougar, the marching Cougars, are on the field, and they've got their rain jackets on, and the umbrellas have come out here on the home side of the bleachers.
I was going to say, do I have to start doing the rain dance for it to go away?
I mean, wouldn't that be the sun dance technically? If you
right,
do a rain dance, you're wanting rain.
All right, yeah, you're right.
You got to do the sun dance or the moon dance if you want.
All right, yeah, you're right.
I wouldn't advise the moon dance. You could get in trouble for that.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not.
Our score stands at 14-7. Scoring summary, it looks like this. In the first quarter at the 5:12 mark of the first, a 5-yard touchdown run after a 55-yard drive. Fernando Valdivia hits pay dirt, and the Cougars go on the board 7-0. And a long 7 minutes or so later, at the 25-second mark, just before the end of the first, a 69-yard drive capped off by a 19-yard touchdown run by David Robinson. The extra point was good. Gives Capital their 14 points here in the contest. And in the second quarter, Midland finally hits pay dirt at the 5:44 mark of the second with a 28-yard touchdown reception to Kean Shelton from Logan Shaw. The extra point was good, and that gives them their 7. And that's where the score stands now at the half, 14-7. A neat little pitch and catch play from Logan Shaw to Kean Shelton was the bright spot on offense for the Knights.
Yeah, because the Knights' offense outside of that was just very stale, not being able to get a whole lot going. And then that big pass play, being able to make it 14-7. And especially in that last drive, it's just got shut down near the very end.
Well, that next defensive series for the Knights, they were able to shut Capital down, and that's what they needed to do. We talked about that, either coming into this halftime report with a 1-score deficit, or they got the ball back with just over 3 minutes. Capital's able to shut them down. Capital got the ball back, a couple plays, and then that interception could have been disastrous. I'm not sure I'd have been throwing the ball into coverage the way they threw it in, but of course you're looking at second game jitters for a kid like Logan Shaw, a sophomore quarterback. So fortunately they were able to stop the interception and go into the halftime with this 14-7 deficit. We're going to step away. We'll come back with scores from around the area, from Class Quadruple A all the way down to Single A. See what's going on in the world of high school football across the state of West Virginia and beyond. Right here on 92.7 The Planet.
Become a member of Liuna and train to become a union construction worker.
I was greener than green coming into this. The trainers were amazing, and I told them, I don't know what I'm doing. And they were just super great about taking it slow and making sure I understood everything and got the book work before we did the hands-on so I could do the hands-on safely. It's going great. I got to get paid to do something that I enjoyed doing. I got to work with my hands and learn all kinds of new things. If you can be in a union, be in a union. They're going to take care of you. They're going to get you where you need to be.
Next to you, next to me.
Barbersville Fall Fest 2025, Wednesday, September 17th through Saturday the 20th, with carnival rides Wednesday through Saturday and the parade on Thursday. Friday night, September 19th, it's Straight On, a tribute to Hart. And then Saturday, September 20th, the village of Barbersville welcomes Shenandoah.
If I had 2 dozen roses.
Plus, arts and crafts, the car show, professional wrestling, and so much more. Fall Fest 2025 in the village of Barbersville, September 17th through the 20th.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, it's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why law enforcement is cracking down on people who text or use their cell phones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive.
Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives.
Don't text and drive.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmarish dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Friday night lights are shining bright on Cabell Midland football, and Partners Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on your team. Just like the Knights fight hard on the field, Partners Insurance works hard for you, protecting what matters most with trusted insurance and financial solutions. So whether it's home, auto, life, or planning for the future, count on a winning game plan with Partners Insurance and Financial Services. Proud supporters of Cabell Midland football. Call or visit them online today.
Score of 14-6. Now let's step back. There's a game going on just down the road here in Huntington, West Virginia, where Huntington is taking on Martinsburg. Early on, we looked, it was 9-7 in favor of Huntington, and now the Highlanders lead Martinsburg, the Bulldogs, 22-7. The Giant is falling in Huntington, West Virginia tonight.
Yes, and our very own colleague Bill Cornwell is down at Huntington High tonight, and that was supposed to be like the rematch, the semifinal rematch. Out of the last 5 Quad A state and / Triple A state champions was either Martinsburg or Huntington.
Yeah.
And the biggest game in the state of West Virginia tonight, and Huntington just really putting down the hammer against the Bulldogs. And Billy Seals finally getting that revenge that he has wanted for quite some time now.
Yeah, and I'll say this too. Take nothing away from Martinsburg, because that's not a nail in the coffin score by any stretch, but the Highlanders looking to put them away here in Cabell County, just down the road from us at the Highlander Mountaintop. The score is 22-7 in favor of the Highlanders over the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Let's check Class AAA, where Bridgeport leads Heritage Virginia 27-14. Brooke and the Lindsley Cadets are knotted at 0 in the first quarter. Elkins leading Moorfield out of Class AA 24-0. Fairmont Senior 14-2 over Robert C. Byrd. Grafton over East Fairmont 14-10. Kaiser over Lewis County 39-0. Chapmanville leading Nicholas County 21-0 in the third quarter. Preston out of Class Quadruple A losing to North Marion 7-0. Gallia County, Ohio leading Point Pleasant 21-14. Princeton, who beat the Cougars last week, are leading Bluefield out of Class AA 20-6 in the second quarter. Ripley 14-0 over Ravenswood. That's a big rivalry up there in Jackson County. James Monroe and Shady Springs in the first quarter, 0 for each team in the first. Nitro and St. Albans just underway. No score there. Herbert Hoover over Winfield 21-0. And let's just check to make sure anybody around us locally in Class AA. Buffalo, no score in the first quarter with Clay County. Let's see here. Just checking it. Logan 13-0 over Riverview. Logan was part of that Pac-8, Pac-10 back in the days of Class AAA. And they have a lightning delay at Huntington at the 4:14 mark of the first half. Huntington leading again, Martinsburg 22-7, but they're under lightning delay. No lightning here apparently because the band, the Marching Knights, the best band in the land, are out on the field. Midland Trail over Poca 21-0. Mingo Central over Westside 18-6. And Petersburg 20-0 over Wyoming East. Wayne just down the road losing to Scott by a score of 3-0 in the second quarter. Lincoln losing to South Harrison 14-7. And then you've got John Marshall out of Class AAA 28-6 over Weir. Those are your scores from around the area. We'll come back with more chat here in the halftime report. Get you set for second half action here from the Castle. Your score, Capital 14, Cabell Midland 7. Back with more action here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
Planning for a funeral is never easy, and selecting the right mortuary can be important. Family owned and operated for over 6 decades, our family has helped other families going through the most difficult time. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory can help you plan arrangements today or offer a pre-need funeral plan in line with your intimate wishes. And now, we provide Huntington's only on-site crematory. Call us for a free consultation. Chapman's Mortuary and Crematory, serving the tri-state for over 60 years.
Friday night lights are shining bright on Cabell Midland football, and Partners Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on your team. Just like the Knights fight hard on the field, Partners Insurance works hard for you, protecting what matters most with trusted insurance and financial solutions. So whether it's home, auto, life, or planning for the future, count on a winning game plan with Partners Insurance and Financial Services. Proud supporters of Cabell Midland football. Call or visit them online today.
Next to you, next to me.
Barbersville Fall Fest 2025, Wednesday, September 17th through Saturday the 20th, with carnival rides Wednesday through Saturday and the parade on Thursday. Friday night, September 19th, it's Straight On, a tribute to Hart. And then Saturday, September 20th, the village of Barbersville welcomes Shenandoah.
If I had 2 dozen roses.
Plus, arts and crafts, the car show, professional wrestling, and so much more. Fall Fest 2025 in the village of Barbersville, September 17th through the 20th.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
Mr. Cooper, we have an emergency at a middle school.
Thank you. Board office, will you activate the crisis team? This is not a drill.
In Cabell County Schools, we are ready, alert, and aware.
Fire above us because everybody's getting up and leaving.
It's funny that you say that because we had just talked about the lightning delay.
I think we might just I think we might just need to quit talk about the lightning, Chris. I think
you're the one who talked about it. You jinxed it. Yeah, you said everybody's getting up and leaving. I said, "What's wrong?" You said lightning. You did it. You did it, Ben. It's all you.
I did it.
Anyway, as Ben said, I think they are emptying out the bleachers here for a lightning delay. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and give you an update. We're going to see if we can find out what's going on here. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. If there is, in fact, a delay, we've at least got 30 minutes. We'll give you an update as to what's going on just as quickly as we find out. So we're going to take a break, come back, and let you know where things stand. And then we either go back on the air immediately, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we've got at least 30 minutes of downtime right now. We'll take a break. We'll come back and let you know, update you for sure, and we'll go from there. And we'll come back right after this on 92.7 The Planet.
Become a member of LIUNA and train to become a union construction worker.
I was greener than green coming into this. The trainers were amazing, and I told them, I don't know what I'm doing. And they were just super great about taking it slow and making sure I understood everything and got the book work before we did the hands-on so I could do the hands-on safely. It's gone great. I got to get paid to do something that I enjoyed doing. I got to work with my hands and learn all kinds of new things. If you can be in a union, be in a union. They're going to take care of you. They're going to get you where you need to be.
Next to you, next to me.
Barbersville Fall Fest 2025, Wednesday, September 17th through Saturday the 20th, with carnival rides Wednesday through Saturday and the parade on Thursday. Friday night, September 19th, it's Straight On, a tribute to Hart. And then Saturday, September 20th, the village of Barbersville welcomes Shenandoah.
If I had 2 dozen roses.
Plus, arts and crafts, the car show, professional wrestling, and so much more. Fall Fest 2025 in the village of Barbersville, September 17th through the 20th.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, it's like driving more than the length of a football field, blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why law enforcement is cracking down on people who text or use their cell phones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive.
Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives.
Don't text and drive.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. Your life just took a dark turn. I regret to inform you that I have devised the meal of misfortune with Wendy's. It's pure torture for your taste buds, with 4 nightmares dips of dread. Don't waste my time asking which ones you'll get. You must surrender to your fate. Enjoy the anguish.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Friday night lights are shining bright on Cabell Midland football, and Partners Insurance and Financial Services is proud to be on your team. Just like the Knights fight hard on the field, Partners Insurance works hard for you, protecting what matters most with trusted insurance and financial solutions. So whether it's home, auto, life, or planning for the future, count on a winning game plan with Partners Insurance and Financial Services. Proud supporters of Cabell Midland football. Call or visit them online today.
The Castle, the lightning continues to flash. The rain has come and gone a few times, and they've emptied the bleachers. They've taken the kids who were out playing on the turf a little bit ago off the field as well. The lightning seems to be right over top of us at this moment. They've not reset the clock, but they've not reset that 30-minute clock yet, but they have not let anyone back into the stadium either. So I would assume that we're going to have a little bit of a longer lightning delay. But one of the things you heard on one of our sponsors is the Barbersville CVB, which I have a personal affinity for, Ben. And this next 2 weeks, it's the Barbersville Fall Festival.
Hey!
So you've got the carnival moving in on Wednesday the 17th. The 18th is one of the largest parades in the state of West Virginia. And a street dance after that. All of our food vendors and crafters will be there Thursday night as well. Then Friday night, you have a full day of vendors being open as well. You can go up and get lunch from you get your favorite fair foods before the end of the fair and carnival season. And also that evening, we welcome Madhouse, a local classic rock band, as well as Straight On. It's a Heart tribute band. It should be a great night of music in the village on Friday night. And, of course, all those other things that I mentioned go on Friday night as well. You've got food vendors, crafters, and all kinds of other stuff. And then on Saturday, it starts early with a car show starting at 7 a.m., right in downtown Barbersville, the Lions Club pancake breakfast. Right after that, at noon, there's a noon bell time for Big Time Championship Wrestling, featuring Carlito, a WWE's Carlito will be there.
Carlito, they spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
And a full card of wrestling action at noon, and then right after that, there's music at the brewery, and then taking the stage later that night is a band called Bent Whiskey, who will open for country superstars Shenandoah. They're coming off that big show at Rock the Country down in Ashland, Kentucky, and they'll be headlining the Barbersville Fall Fest on Saturday night, September the 20th.
I've always wanted to see Shenandoah because I didn't get to go to that concert at Ashland. I really want to see them, Kid Rock, Hank Jr.
Yeah.
I was so upset that I couldn't go to that concert.
Now
I might have to go because I've always wanted to go see Shenandoah. I do like their music.
They're a great band. Marty and those guys do a fantastic job. They're tour managers from right here in the Huntington area. We're excited to have them. And the best part of Fall Festival is there's no admission charge. If you want to come and hang out and see wrestling, it's a free show. The concerts are free. If you want to buy some food, that's about the only thing that's gonna cost you anything. But if you want to come and be entertained, the whole thing is just free admission, and we invite people to come into the downtown area and enjoy Barbersville. So that's coming up September 17th with the carnival, 18th, 19th, 20th. There's a full day each one of those days, parade nights, concert nights, and more. So we invite you guys to come down for that into downtown Barbersville, and thanks to the Barbersville CVB that you've heard their advertisements here this evening. But Fall Fest is coming up. We don't have any update on timeline yet. Neither team has made their way onto the field. As a matter of fact, when we were looking into the end zone, most of the Capital players have their pads off still. So that would indicate to me, and you too, Ben, that we're not getting back to action anytime soon. We're going to take another break. We'll come back in about 5-10 minutes and give you another update. We've not gotten anything from the officials yet as to cancellation or how late they're willing to go with this delay. But the score stands 14-7 in favor of the Capital Cougars, and they're facing the same thing down in Huntington, Ben, with the Martinsburg-Huntington game. Martinsburg losing to Huntington 23-7 at the moment. So the Bulldogs falling at the hands of the Highlanders, and the Cougars lead the Knights right here 14-7 from the Castle. We're going to step away for a few more minutes. We'll come back and give you an update as soon as we know one. But right now, we're under lightning delay here from Cabell Midland High School on 92.7 The Planet. Let's give it about 10 minutes. And if it's sooner, I'll holler at you. And because the Knights had the football to start off the first half, they're going to be kicking away to the Cougars.
Well, I was trying to say, I didn't get the chance to eat my burgers yet, so they're still sitting from me, and it's really tempting right now, Chris.
You know
really
what?
Tempting.
I'll cover for you if you want to do it.
I can see how fast I can eat one in a minute.
There you go.
During an ad break. I think I can do it.
But Midland getting ready to kick things off, and Mason Bryant has the ball teed up on the 40-yard line. The Cougars have their special teams out there, 3 men deep for the Cougars. Ja'Cory Clark is the deep man for Capital. 12 minutes on the clock, 14-7 your score. The Cougars lead it. We're just ready to get underway here in the third quarter on 92.7 The Planet. Bryant approaches the football, and we're back to work here at Cabell Midland High School. Bryant's kick squibs right through the middle of coverage. It's going to go into the hands of Ja'Cory Clark. Clark at the 15 and 20. Got a little room to run, and actually check that. That's David Robinson. Robinson spins out of a tackle. He's at the 20-yard line. After he got hit at the 12, he spun out of a tackle, was able to pick up about an extra 8 yards for a pickup out to the 30, actually, and that's where the Cougars will take over 1st and 10. Just underway here at Cabell Midland High School in the second half. 11:50 to go in this third quarter. Knights down 14-7. Cougars with the football.
Well, Chris, it'd be very interesting what the Cougars do, as both teams do, considering having such a long delay to try to get back into it, because you don't play football for so long, you try to get back into the swing of things.
I'll be interested to see, even with a shortened warm-up period. Fernando Valdivia in the shotgun, hands it off to Robinson. Robinson bounces off a defender. He gets forward to the 35-yard line. He'll pick up 5 yards, 2nd and 5. They might have given him 6 there as he fell forward.
Yeah, they gave him 6.
And the tackle made by Cam Wallace for the Knights. They'll bring up 2nd and 4. Clock rolls to the 11:30 mark in the third quarter again. 14-7 if you're just joining us. The Cougars leading the Knights here from the Castle. Valdivia goes up to the line, calls his play out, backs into the shotgun next to Robinson, who's to his left. Capital moving from right to left in front of us here in the press box. Robinson, the fake handoff to Robinson. Up through coverage goes Valdivia, and he is tackled inside of Midland territory. Tackles made by Bryson Smith, but not before the first down, and they move into Midland territory to the 49-yard line.
And Capital just starting where they left off in the first half. That's dominating with the run game.
14-yard pickup for the Cougars makes it 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line of the Knights. Backing into the shotgun once again is Valdivia with Robinson to his right. Just in his hip pocket. 2 wideouts here to the left side. Robinson gets the call right up the middle. Tackle is made from behind for the Knights. And tackles made by number 34, Ben Thompson. Also in on that tackle was number 54, Bradley Edens. 2nd down, 6 to go for the Cougars. One of the most bizarre nights of football in terms of weather that I've ever been a part of, outside of the Marshall, West Virginia game that was also lightning delayed forever up in Morgantown. 14-7, 10:05 left in this third quarter. Cougars have the football. Taking the snap is Valdivia. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten a half yard on forward progress, but busting right through the line of scrimmage for the Cabell Midland Knights was Caleb Ash. A nice tackle there by Ash. No gain on the play. 3rd and 6, arguably.
I'd say about 3rd and a long 6, too. Which, if Midland can get a stop here and get the football back, it does have a chance to tie this game and continue the momentum that it had lost at the end of the first half of the interception on the final play of the half.
A good sustained drive would do the Knights very well here in this third quarter. As Valdivia from the gun once again. 3 wide receivers right, pass out into the flat, and hit right at the line of scrimmage. A nice tackle for Cabell Midland. Caleb Ash on that tackle, or check that, 46, that's not 76, that's 46, Kean Shelton. It brings up 4th down and 5. He got a yard, but Shelton with a nice tackle after the pass reception for Capital. 8:55 left in this third quarter. 14-7 your score. 4th down for the Cougs. Trips receivers to the right, a single back in the backfield. That's Robinson alongside Valdivia, who's in the shotgun. Still checking that sideline. Clock continues to roll.
And the play clock they did have to keep on the field because they did have problems with the play clock earlier on in the contest.
I think they're going to call the timeout here. There was no way they were going to get now they'll get a delay to back it up so they have more room to punt. They're going to try and play the game of field position here, obviously.
So you take the intent. That's a smart move. Take the intentional delay a game so be able to drop it back 5 and try to pin the Knights deep in territory.
Yeah. So they'll be coming out looking at 4th and 11 after the penalties assessed at the 8:25 mark of the third.
Actually, no. They said timeout. I'm actually going to say timeout Capital before the delay game.
All right. Well, they threw the flag for the bag judge.
Yeah, and then the referee signaled timeout.
Gotcha.
So they said the timeout happened before the delay of game happened from the back judge.
Well, obviously they're not taking that full timeout. They knew what their strategy was here. So the deep man for Midland is going to be Bryson Smith.
Which he's not that far deep on this punt.
So you've got Smith in the backfield. They're going to try to punt this thing deep. Now Smith is going to back himself up.
Hey, I was about to say, hey, I'm loving the music choice tonight, though, Chris. Hey, a little bit of Toby Keith. I'm loving this.
They've had a good playlist. I'll agree with that. But we've also, I think, listened to the whole thing with these lightning delays.
Hey, but there's nothing wrong with little old Toby Keith.
This is the 14th time I've heard this song. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, kidding.
But yeah, it's been a long lightning delayed game here. But we're glad to get back on the air and bring you the action here on 92.7 The Planet. As the Cougars are ready to punt it away with 4th and 6. Ball rests on the 45-yard line. Oh, they're gonna assess the penalty. Okay.
So a delay game prior to the timeout.
Yeah. They called the timeout late.
Right. Okay. So they have a delay game, then it's granted afterward. Okay. That's one way to do it.
I don't know that I've seen that before either. But
I have never seen that before.
They got backed up like they wanted to be backed up. So the ball's on the midfield stripe. Their punter is on the 36-yard line, and Bryson Smith stands on the 12. There's the punt, high, wobbly kick, bounces at the 22, and they're going to get the roll all the way down inside the 5, and it's going to stop right inside the 1. A nice job by the Capital Cougars pinning the Knights back.
Ooh, man.
That is a 99-yard field looking at you right down the barrel of that gun.
Man,
for the Knights.
That's an impressive punt, though, Chris. I got to give him credit there. Hey, to be able to pin one right at the 1-yard line that far.
Yep. Great job by the Capital special teams.
I'm just saying that far. Most college kickers can't even get that much accuracy that far.
They got a nice roll after that bounce at the 20, and it rolled all the way down inside the 1-yard line. So a nice job by the Cougars special teams. Midland offense out on the field. They're looking at a 99-yard field in front of them. Logan Scholl has his offense to the line of scrimmage. They send a man in motion. The give is right up the middle. They're going to get to about the 3-yard line, but they say the ball was fumbled, but no signal yet. And now they say yes.
Touchdown.
It was fumbled, and the Cougars recover for the touchdown. Wow-wee.
Yeah, because if it's fumbled in the end zone, it's a lob ball till somebody falls on top of it. So I guess, fumble recovered in the end zone. And that now, Chris gives the Cougars a 2-score lead. But I can't tell who fell on top of the football. At least individually speaking.
Extra point on the way for Capital. This will make it 21-7. What a break for the Cougars. Snap, ball's down. Kick is up, in, and good. With 8:05 left in the third quarter, it is now Capital 21 and Cabell Midland 7. We'll step away for a moment and come right back with third quarter action from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Midland High School after the fumble recovery in the end zone for a touchdown for Capital. It sits at 21-7 in favor of the Cougars. Special teams on the field for Capital. The kick is away. And it's going to be fielded by Mason Bryant at the 11-yard line. He's out to the 15 and 20. Scoots through coverage at the 25 to the 27-yard line. He's upended by Capital's Najee Mitchell. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Knights at the 28-yard line, 27-yard line.
Yeah, but for the Knights, that fumble in the end zone being very critical and trying to get back into this game and make it a tied ball game. As now you're in the same situation that you were in the first quarter, that you were down, late in the second half that you were down 14-0. Now you're down 21-7.
Shaw under center takes the snap, hands it off. That is to Hudson Workman. Workman around the left side, still on his feet, 35 and 40 to the 40-yard line where he's taken down, and that's going to be a first down for the Knights.
Yeah, pushing the C.
Tackle made by Jamal Dotson for the Capital Cougars. They'll give him to the 39-yard line. The ball is just another cover of the football away from the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 from officially the 40 with 7:35 to go here in the third quarter. Capital leads at 21-7. In motion is Turner Bailey. He gets the call around the left side, around the left hash mark. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the carry. A little misdirection there for Cabell Midland.
You're about to pick up a 4 there. And, of course, this Midland, you got to get a good drive here.
They need a good sustained drive here. 2nd and 6 from the 44-yard line for the Knights. Shaw has his team to the line of scrimmage. That box is fully stacked. A man to the short side each way. Single back set, they send a man in motion, and they give the ball to Bryant. Bryant out close to midfield. He's going to pick up about a yard shy of the first down. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Knights. Logan Shaw checking the sideline for the play. He brings it back into the huddle, and the Knights will go back to the line of scrimmage. 6.5 to go in this third quarter as they head back to the line of scrimmage. Shaw is going to keep Bryant and Hudson Workman in the backfield. Man to the short side right for Midland. Under center goes Shaw, hands it off. That's to Workman. Workman right up the middle. He's got the first down and more into Cougar territory to the 47-yard line. So first down for the Knights. Move the sticks. They're in Cougar territory. On the tackle for Capital was Elijah Davis. Play comes in from the sideline. Personnel changes. Bryson Smith into the lineup. He'll line up here to the near side right alongside Andrew LaFont. 2 backs in the backfield. It's Workman and Bryant. Under center is Shaw. Takes the snap. Bryant gets the call around the left side. Got some room to run. He's got the first down and more to the 35-yard line.
And
13 yards
and
on the
we
pickup.
And we got a hit out of bounds.
Away from the play. I don't even know how this happened.
Against Midland, the Midland player drove the Capital defender all the way out of bounds, and the player getting driven out of bounds was Dylan Fink, and he just drove him all the way to the cheerleaders way away from the ball, so it's going to have a personal foul for late hit out of bounds, for unnecessary roughness for a late hit out of bounds.
Mason Bryant's run is going to be negated by that penalty and the personal foul.
Which that was a very, very dumb mistake by the Knights.
Let's see what they're stepping off here. They've not even made an announcement yet.
Yeah, but he knocked him all the way into the trainer's tent.
Yeah. And the play was over on the far side hash is where it ended.
The funny thing is, if he's that far, why would you drive somebody all the way to the opposite side of the field?
I don't know. I was watching the ball. I wish I would have seen what happened here.
I just saw him get driven down. I saw the line judge walk over and throw the flag up in the air.
Here's the call from the official. If the mic works, that is. Jeez.
After the first down, we had a dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct against.
Dead ball, personal foul, unsportsmanlike against Cabell Midland after the first down. So they're going to mark off 15 yards after the first down.
And that's his first unsportsmanlike of the game. Yeah, it is unsportsmanlike because it was a dead ball.
Yeah.
Because personal fouls are usually live ball fouls.
Yep. So they'll back Midland up inside of Cougar territory to the 48. And it'll be 1st and 10 from there. They'll put it, well, they're going to mark the ball at the 49. So 1st and 10 for the Knights from their own 49-yard line. 5:43 left in this third quarter. Knights back to the line of scrimmage.
That can be a very crucial error by the Knights.
The only saving grace is they got their new set of downs. And now we have an official again.
With the head linesman, the umpire, and the referee. Which is just one of those things, like, that's one of those plays, like, yeah, you have to watch out for because you can't be having plays like that in the game of football.
No, you're right.
You got to keep the players on the field safe. And plays like that, it was just completely unnecessary. If the play is all the way at 20 yards downfield, there's no need to be shoving a defender into the athletic trainer's table 20 yards behind the play.
Well, I guarantee you he will hear about that after this ball game.
And now we have the Jeopardy theme song up.
Well, they're still talking it over on the far hash mark as to what the delay is. All the officials have now come in.
Well, as I say, how good are you at Jeopardy? Because I've always been pretty terrible.
It depends on what the categories are.
Hey,
I have my wheelhouse.
Hey, sports categories, I'm unbeatable. You're not beating me.
Yeah, nailing them.
I'm like Ken Jennings. You're not touching me. Every other category, I'm tapping out.
I've never worked with anybody who compared themselves to Ken Jennings. That's a first.
Hey.
Well, they're still talking it over down there. The ball still rests on the 49-yard line on the Midland side of the midfield stripe. And you have the white hat and one other official talking. I'm not sure they know what they're going to say.
I'm not sure what they're trying to figure out here. Oh, but we might have a ruling sooner or later. I'm thinking they're trying to figure out where the ball is going to be.
What are they marking off now? Was there a penalty after that?
I think that, or they realize that they got the spot wrong. I'm all confused, Chris. I'm all confused.
The white hat's walking all the way down to the 35.
No, I think it's because where the play ended,
right.
I think they marked it off wrong.
On the penalty, first down, chain will be set. Then the penalty administered, 15 yards, unsportsmanlike, and be 1st and 25.
Okay. So what they did?
It had 1st and 10.
They marked it back to 50. They marked it back 15 yards, and they called it 1st and 15. So they're resetting the change to where the penalty was, walking it back 15, which will make it 1st and 25.
Now that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not sure anything makes sense tonight because, I'm delirious. It's after 10 o'clock and we're still in the third quarter.
Are you saying it's past your bedtime, Chris?
I'm an old guy.
What?
Yep.
Man, if I'm in bed before midnight, something's wrong half the time.
Well, you're 21 and a college student. That's the way it should be.
That's true. Hey, most of the time I'm up doing homework at this hour.
So the ball is on the opposite side of the 50-yard line at the 49-yard line of the Cougars. It'll be 1st and 10, or 1st and 25 from there. 5:43 is on the clock.
And now we're having another
music
discussion.
is obnoxious. Holy cow. Back to work for the Midland Knights. 2 backs in the I formation. A wide out to the far side left.
And now we have another delay.
Oh my gosh. You have the Midland coaching staff out on the field talking about the penalty, and they're just giving what for to the officiating crew. And now everybody goes back to the sideline. All right, 1st and 25 from the 49-yard line. This is just bizarre to me. All right, 2 backs in the I formation. Single wide out to the far side left. 1st and 10, or 1st and 25 rather, for the Knights. The give is to Hudson Workman, right up the middle. He has nowhere to go. He's upended at the line of scrimmage for the gain of maybe a half yard on forward progress. Tackle made by Damian Johnson for the Cougars. I will say, if there's something weird going to happen at a football game, I'm generally there. 2nd down and 25. No gain on the play. Clock goes back into motion. 5:10 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Midland Knights at the line of scrimmage. 2 backs in the I formation. Shull under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off right up the middle. There's not much there either. Maybe 2 or 3 yards for the Knights.
So you want to talk about seeing weird stuff? Got to be the icing on the cake.
Bryant comes up limping. That right leg, he's favoring it.
I remember a few years ago when the squirrel ran across the field at the Joan.
Yeah, dude.
That's what we need, is a squirrel to run across the field.
I'd rather it be like an alpaca or something, I think.
More
interesting than a squirrel.
No, but then we have another delay if we did that.
True.
I'd rather have the squirrel.
It's 3rd and 22 for the Knights. The ball rests at the 47-yard line into Capital territory here. They'll line up Bryant in the backfield with a wide out to the far side left. They'll send a man in motion. That's Turner Bailey. He comes over and settles in on the right side in the slot. There's the snap. Shaw looking to pass, and he's tackled back at the 40-yard line. A huge sack for the Cougars by Dylan Fink. Fink was behind the line of scrimmage unopposed, and Shull had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Shull was in what I'd like to call no man's land, running for your life, and there was nowhere to run.
13-yard loss for the Knights makes it 4th down and long. They're going to back up into coverage. Damian Johnson will be the deep man for the Cougars, and they'll be punting the ball away, and Mason Bryant will handle the punting duties. 3:30 left in this 3rd quarter. 21-7 your score. The Cougars on top of the Knights. Midland sending in personnel as Bryant waits on the snap. At the shoulder pad, hauls it in. Maybe somebody might have got a hand on that. That ball's awfully wobbly. Bounces at the 42-yard line, and Midland's going to kill it right there. Eli Thompson.
Yeah, I think somebody did get a hand on that football.
That punt goes to the 44-yard line. So basically a 16-yard punt for Mason Bryant. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars from their own 44-yard line actually.
Well, but you got to appreciate the amount of Cabell Midland faithful that has stayed at the castle to support the Knights in this contest despite the long weather delays.
I counted 23 people.
I've counted a lot more than 23.
I'm kidding. It's been a long night for everyone, for sure.
It has been. But I'm just proud that there's still a lot of people here.
There's a good number of people here. 4 receivers to the right. The handoff goes right up the middle for Capital. Midland was able to stay home, and a yard was gained by Robinson. It'll be, maybe 2. They're going to give him 2, and you have a injury timeout on the field. Cabell Midland's got a player down. That looks like Bradley Edens, actually. So we're going to take a time out for an injury. We'll take a time out of our own and come back with more action here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture with uniquely excruciating dips of dread. Enjoy the anguish.
Enjoy all the big games with a delicious and fresh party tray from your local food fair. Score big with a meat and cheese or veggie tray. Get a first down with a chicken salad croissant tray. Or bring home the win with a variety of wing trays. Food fair, conveniently fresh.
Score 21-7 in favor of the Cougars, and they have the football and look at second down and about 8 for Capital. The injured player was indeed Edens. They pulled him off the field. They've taken him over to the training table. Hopefully everything's okay with him. Nothing serious. 3 receivers for the Cougars to the right. There's the snap into the hands of quarterback Valdivia. He scampers across the 45 out to about the 49. A 4-yard pickup will make it third down and about 3. Well, that's actually longer 5. They gave him to the 49. Third down and 5. 2:25 left in this third quarter. Big third down here for the Knights. Need a stop as Valdivia brings his team to the line of scrimmage. Personnel changes. He'll keep 2 backs in the backfield now for the Cougars. One just to the right of Valdivia and Robinson directly behind him in the I formation. There's the snap. Keeps it himself. The option out to the right side, and it's fumbled. Midland may have the football. Midland signals that they have it. And the officials say...
Still waiting.
Oh, if they give that football back to Capital, you're going to see some coaching staff go nuts. Flags fly. There's going to be unsportsmanlike penalties out of that.
There's got it's and
now there's coming one on the sidelines for sure. There's laundry all over the field now.
That's going to be unsportsmanlike, probably against Cabell Midland on that one, no doubt.
They can't get the microphone to work. Man, this is crazy. Midland gets it unsportsmanlike. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against the Knights, which they'll march off.
Well, you're right. If they gave the ball back to Capital, somebody was going to riot, and sure enough, that's what happened.
Wow, that penalty's assessed, and the ball will be placed on the 42-yard line. 1:30 left in this third quarter. 21-7 your score. The Cougars look at 1st and 10 after the unsportsmanlike penalty is marched off.
And now Coach Fetty talking with the referee now.
I talked about this being a the veteran referee crew. Looks like not tonight, actually. It's been a comedy of errors just all the way around with the weather, officiating, and everything else. I just don't think anything was going to go right after all that lightning, Ben.
Hey, it happens, man. It happens. Hey, some days crews just have off nights.
1st and 10 from the 42. The give is right up the middle for the Cougars to Robinson. He gets about a yard, maybe 2 to the 40-yard line, depending on where they spot the ball. Got a yard out of it. Make it 2nd and 9 as we roll inside a minute left in the third quarter. Cougars to the line of scrimmage. They look at 2nd and 9 from their own 40, from the Knights' 41-yard line. Checking the sideline now is Valdivia. He's got Robinson in the backfield and 2 receivers to the right side. From the gun goes Valdivia. There's the snap a little high, hauls it in, whistles, and flags.
I can't tell.
This is gonna be a motion penalty, I'm pretty sure. Somebody jumped on the Capital side of the football. Yep, it's motion on the Cougars. They'll back him up 5. It'll make it 2nd and 14.
Which I guess the on-field, I guess the PA mic went out.
Yeah. They've had trouble with it all evening.
Well, because I actually say to West Virginia, it's actually required for schools to try to have the referee be able to talk.
Right. All right, 2 wideouts to either side for the Cougars. Inside of 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Single back is Robinson for Valdivia. They send a man in motion. There's the snap, looking to pass into the flat, off the hands of the receiver. That is Elijah Davis, I believe. Or was that, that might have been, nope, that was Elijah Davis.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd down and 14. Big 3rd down again for the Knights. 16.7 seconds left here in this third quarter. 21-7 is your score. The Knights down by a couple scores. The Cougars with the football, but a big 3rd down coming up. They look at 3rd and 14. After the play is run in from the sideline, the Cougars will hit the line of scrimmage. Valdivia will keep a single back in the backfield. That's Robinson. In the backfield is Robinson. There's the snap. And there are whistles and flags again as the play develops, and they've got a motion penalty on the Cougars again. False start. It'll make it 3rd and 19.
Back-to-back false starts on the Cougars, Chris, and it's really backing up Capital here with now 3rd and, you said 19?
3rd and 19 now. It'll be placed at the 49-yard line, back in their own territory. 14 seconds left on the clock as we roll to the end of the third quarter.
And this should be the final play of the quarter.
If they even run one. 6 and 5 for the play clock's definitely way out ahead of that. 2 and 1, and they do get the play off. They're going to pass down the right sideline. Got a receiver, lays it out, he catches it, and he's going to be caught and down at the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle for the Knights inside the 1-yard line. What a play for the Cougars. Little pitch and catch there from Valdivia. And that was to, they said DK, and he's not on an original roster from Capital. But that's the end of the third quarter. Capital will have it inside the 1-yard line when we come back with fourth quarter action right here on 92.7 The Planet.
Barbersville Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Third and 19, a pass to Sidney Lester from Fernando Valdivia on 3rd and 19. After 2 straight penalties, they go down inside the 1 on a pitch and catch down the right sideline. A beautiful thrown ball from Valdivia sets the Cougars up inside the 1. And now we switch sides of the field. The Cougars moving from left to right in front of us. We're into the 4th quarter of this ball game. 21-7 is your score. 12 minutes on the clock, and that signifies the start of quarter number 4.
Well, actually, we got a player tying a shoe.
That's actually the quarterback. That is Fernando Valdivia. Robinson in the backfield alongside Valdivia. Inside the 1-yard line. 1st and goal from the 1. Just underway here in the 4th. There's the handoff. Valdivia spins away, and it's stopped right at the 1. No gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. 11:45 as the clock rolls inside of this 4th quarter. Just underway here from the Castle in quarter number 4. The Cougars lead at 21-7, threatening to score here on a 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Valdivia takes the snap, hands it off to Robinson. Robinson covered up in the backfield. He's going nowhere. The play is whistled dead. And a nice stop by this Cabell Midland defense. They'll mark it at the 5-yard line for a loss of 4. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 5.
It's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As Ben said, a nice number of fans who actually stuck it out here. Even on the Capital side of things over there, if they made the trip, I think they pretty well stayed. But it's 3rd and 5 for the Cougars. 3rd and goal from the 5 as we head towards the 10:45 mark of the ball game.
I was going to say, hey, here at Charleston, that's still a good trip.
Yeah. So now I think they're gonna just buy some time here and either call the timeout as the play clock rolls, and Capital does in fact take a timeout. We'll take a timeout of our own and be back with more action here from the Castle on 92.7 The Planet.
Become a member of LIUNA and train to become a union construction worker.
Being a LIUNA member has brought me financial stability. I used to work in retail, and that's not what I wanted to do. And someone came into the store and said, well, have you thought about the laborers union? I'm 25 years old. I already have a good job, a good paying job, and I'm not going to have an abundance of college debt. You can choose what type of route and what career you want to take with what classes you take here.
Calendar notifications, emails, texts. These are all distractions. They take your attention away from the road, away from stoplights, sudden braking, and unexpected hazards. Distracted driving is dangerous to you and others. And if you're caught with a phone in your hand, it will cost you a minimum of $100, or even worse, it could cost a life. Keep yourself and others safe on the road. Put the phone away or pay. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Valdivia on a little option swing handoff around the right side to Robinson from 5 yards out. Robinson goes in for the score. We've got a timeout on the field. The official talking to Valdivia, but not before the 5-yard touchdown from David Robinson. Extra point on the way. Valdivia to hold it. 10:31 left in this ball game. The Cabell Midland Knights down to the Capital Cougars after this extra point, and it's blocked. Midland will pick it up. They whistle dead ball, and it'll be 27-7.
Yeah, you cannot advance a missed field. Yeah, on an extra point, you cannot advance it.
So 27-7 is your score. A minute break right between the touchdown. We'll take a minute break of our own and be back with more action on 92.7 The Planet.
It's me, Wednesday Addams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture with uniquely excruciating dips of dread. Enjoy the anguish.
Enjoy all the big games with a delicious and fresh party tray from your local food fair. Score big with a meat and cheese or veggie tray. Get a first down with a chicken salad croissant tray. Or bring home the win with a variety of wing trays. Food fair, conveniently fresh.
Kickoff goes out of bounds for the Cougars, so they'll assess that penalty on the kickoff. It'll be Cabell Midland football. They face a deficit of 27-7 in favor of the Capital Cougars here this evening from the Castle. If you're wondering why we're on so late this evening, it's 10:31 at night and 10:31 left on the clock in this ball game right now because of a huge lightning delay earlier. We were supposed to get that early in the game with rain and lightning, but it came late, and we had a good bit of time just waiting around the lightning to clear the area. So we're on the air late in the fourth quarter here, just starting the fourth quarter, minute and a half in actually because of that lightning delay. And the Knights find themselves down by a score of 20-7, but they have the football and a new set of downs. Scholl under center, two backs in the I formation, a single wide out here to the near side left. There's the snap, looking, rolling, evades a defender in the backfield. Now Scholl trying to evade another. He gets a block. He's across the 35 out to the 38-yard line where he's finally taken down. The tackle made by Jamari Smith. A lot of running for only 2 or 3 yards on that play for the gain for the Knights, but they had nobody to look at. You've got a cramp here on the near sideline for Capital, and the player with the cramp was Thomas Cintron. He's back up. He'll go get a breather on the sideline. They'll replace him with Benny Payne.
Yeah, Benny Payne, the junior, coming into the game. Which, hey, but for Capital, though, if they're able to hold on, it'll be the first time that they have won in 6 tries since Cabell Midland has won the last 5 meetings in this matchup.
Yeah, they, like I said, we were talking about this earlier in the broadcast, Ben, in the pregame, actually, that Capital had some hard times there between coaches. John Carpenter was there for a while. He's back. He's been back for 2 years now, trying to right the ship, and it looks like tonight they've met that mission as they lead Midland here in the fourth quarter, 27-7. Just over 10 minutes left in this ball game. Midland with the football, and they look at 2nd and 7 as they come out of the huddle. Scholl will go under center. Bryant in the backfield. There's the snap, looking to throw. Fires over to the right side. Ball bounces in front of the intended receiver, Hudson Workman. He was hurried that time. Really didn't have much of a choice than to get rid of it or get railroaded, and the pass falls incomplete. 3rd and 7 is what they'll look at coming out of the huddle.
Well, that's just what you've seen out of Midland all game long. It's just the inexperience it has on that offensive line and just missing a lot of assignments tonight and really just making the quarterback run for his life.
As they'll break the huddle and come back to the line of scrimmage, 9:56 left in this contest. 27-7 your score. Capital on top of things here from the Castle. The Knights at the line of scrimmage. Scholl under center. Mason Bryant in the backfield. There's the snap. Looks, hands it off to Workman. Workman around the right side. Tries to find a hole. Gets a yard to the 39-yard line. It'll be 4th and 6. Not much going there for Workman. .35 left on a rolling clock here in the fourth quarter. Scholl's going to bring the play in from the sideline. Ball's on their own 39-yard line. 4th down, 6 to go. Scholl will send a single wide out here to the near side. That line of scrimmage is full of red jerseys. Send a man in motion. That's Workman, and then the Cougars jump off sides.
No, it looks like they're going to call it against the Knights. They're going to say the Knights jumped first.
All right.
Actually, no, I take back. I was wrong.
Offsides on Capital.
I thought
that'll make it 4th and 1. A little more manageable for the Knights here.
Yeah, I thought I saw him go the false start signal first, but.
So it'll be 4th and 1. Clock rolls to the 9-minute mark of the fourth quarter. 27-7 is your score. Cougars on top of things here at Cabell Midland High School. Bryant in the backfield. Scholl under center. Man in motion is Workman. Hand off to Bryant. He got hammered right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was made by Ja'Cory Clark.
And he's short.
And he's indeed short. That's going to be a turnover on downs for the Cougars. They'll take over 1st and 10 from the Midland 45-yard line. So now you get into a situation where you're going to eat clock.
Actually, no, they're going to measure it.
Oh, they are? Wow. Forward progress? I'm not so sure he's that close. Maybe he got a good spot. Well, he might be. That is a great spot, actually.
Yeah, I was like, he might have it. So yeah, you have to measure it.
Yeah, there's an argument to that. Yeah. I agree with you.
I think he has it. Or if he's not, he's got to be like inches short. At least like maybe half an inch short if he doesn't have it.
Well, they'll bring the chain gang out.
Hey, at least it's not like the NFL. We have to wait 5 minutes for AI for artificial intelligence to determine it.
Right.
I'm sorry, because that frustrates me at the NFL level. We got to wait for AI, and it takes like 5 minutes for it to determine.
The chain gang brings the... They'll stretch him out. We'll see if he's got it. I think you're right. Well, we'll see. Nope. Now they'll stretch him out. Oh, Midland says they have it. They do, in fact. First down for the Knights. So Bryant got just enough to get the first down. A new set of downs and new life for Cabell Midland at their own 45-yard line. 1st and 10. They needed a good spot.
And that spot was right on the money, too.
Back to work for this Midland offense. Scholl under center. Single backs, or two backs in the backfield. It's Workman and Bryant. Two wideouts to the far side right. There's the snap. Hands it off. Workman gets the call. Bowls forward for about 3 or 4 yards. Well, they're going to give him 3 officially. It'll be 2nd and 7. 8:35 left in this ball game. 27-7 your score. The Knights down by 20. Second down as they break the huddle. Scholl will bring the play in from the sideline, and the Knights will head back to the line of scrimmage. They look at 2nd and 7 from the 47. Two wideouts here to the near side right. Bryant in the backfield for Scholl. Changing the personnel up on the defensive side of the line is Capital. Now looking to pass. Heavy pressure. Scholl escapes. Rolling right. Got some room to run. He's going to be run out of bounds into Capital territory at the 49. So give him about 4 yards. 3.5 maybe. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4. So they do get into Capital territory at the 49-yard line. 3rd and 4 officially. 7:55 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter. Midland down 27-7. Thanks for sticking around with us here on 92.7 The Planet. Chris Tatum and Ben Anderson with you here late on a Friday night. Remind you that on our sister station tomorrow, 93.7 The Dog, you'll be able to hear the Marsh University Thundering Herd, their first home game of the season from Jones C. Edwards Stadium. And back to work for the Knights. Scholl under center, sends Workman in motion. There's the snap. Handoff is right up the middle. And Bryant is run back. The play is whistled dead as he really maybe got a yard on forward progress, or a half yard. Not much. But it's going to bring, he got about a half yard, maybe a yard. It'll bring up 4th down at about 3 as the clock rolls towards the 7:30 mark of the 4th quarter.
As I tell you that Marshall game, our friend Steve Cotton, this will be his 30th season as the voice of the Thundering Herd.
Incredible. Steve's a great guy. Love hearing him on the radio. He's like an old friend. 4th and 3 here for the Knights. Single back is Mason Bryant. There's the snap. Looking to throw his Scholl. Plenty of time. Fires down the middle of the field. He's got a receiver inside the 30 to the 27-yard line, and it's caught. And it is caught by Eli Thompson for the big first down for the Knights at the 26-yard line.
What a catch!
21-yard pickup.
Oh, man. My Lord. What a catch, Chris. That was incredible.
21-yard pickup for the Knights. A first down and maybe a little bit of new life for Cabell Midland. Inside of 7 minutes we go as the Knights will hit the line of scrimmage. Scholl will bring his team to the line. 2 backs in the I formation. directly behind Shaw, a receiver here to the near side left. Ball's on the left hash mark. There's the snap. Workman gets the call. Spins off of a tackle and falls across the 20-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the play. Nice little pickup there for the Knights. Make it 2nd and 4. So the ball rests on the 20-yard line, looking at 2nd and 4. For the Knights, they'll break the huddle, head back to the line of scrimmage. Shaw has 2 backs in the backfield. A single wide out here to the near side left. Ball's on the left hash mark. There's the snap. Hands it off. Workman again around the left side. He runs into a bunch of white jerseys, but he gets about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down rather, and about 2. Short 2 or long 1, whichever way you want to look at it. 5:45 left in this ball game. They need to just inside the 16. About 1.5 yards is what they need. 3rd down. 5.5 to go in the ball game. Shaw under center. Bryant, the lone back. There's the snap. Shaw's gonna keep it. And I think he did get enough to make the 1st down. He did. They signal for it, move the sticks. Another 1st down for the Knights. So 1st down inside the 15 to the 13.
And now the Knights could really use another score here.
13-yard line is where the ball rests. 1st and 10 for the Knights. As Ben said, this would be a great time for pay dirt for the Knights. Bryant, the lone back. Sends a man in motion, but Bryant gets the call. The ball goes right up the middle. Still on his feet inside the 10-yard line. Bulls his way down to about the 8. Give him 5 yards on the carry. A nice carry for Mason Bryant. Make it 2nd and 5. And an official's timeout. Actually, Cabell Midland says they're going to take a timeout, and we'll take a timeout of our own and come back in 60 seconds right here on 92.7 The Planet.
Going out? Hungry? Have kids? Looking for a fun, casual joint? Then Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington is the place to be. Bring the kids 12 and under on Tuesdays, and they eat for just 99 cents all day long. That's right, an entree, 2 sides, and a drink for less than $1. Plus, Tuesday at Roosters means a featured appetizer all day for just $2. Roosters will lighten your mood and not your wallet. And you can always enjoy your favorite sports on Roosters 40 TVs. Roosters at Pullman Square in Huntington, a fun, casual joint.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends. And we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Left in this contest. Chris Tatum and Ben Anderson back with you live from the Castle. A late night of football for the Cabell Midland Knights and the Capital Cougars. It's 10:44 at night, and we're 4:44 away from the end of this ball game. Midland has it 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line. There's the snap. Given to Workman. Workman at the 5-yard line. He's bulling his way towards the end zone, but he's going to be stood up at about the 2-yard line. They will whistle the play dead at the 1. So it'll be First and goal from the 1 for the Knights. They need to punch it in right here. So 1st and goal from officially the 1-yard line.
And you can't waste time here either.
No. They'll put it on the 2. Nose of the ball rests on the 2-yard line. 4:25 left in this ball game. Midland brings the team to the line of scrimmage. 1st and goal from officially the 2-yard line for Cabell Midland. Shaw under center, 2 backs in the I formation. The give is to Workman. Workman is stood up at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Boy, he was hit hard right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was made by Elijah Davis. Or check that. That was Levi Lewis for the Cougars. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. Scholl under center. Mason Bryant in the backfield. Workman just to the left side of Bryant. There's the snap. The give is to Workman. Workman is into the end zone. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run for Cabell Midland's Hudson Workman.
And just what the Knights need to try to get back in this game late, Chris.
Extra point on the way for the Knights. Unless they're going to go for 2. They might be going for 2. I think they are.
Well, you have no choice here, really.
True.
Try and get as close to that deficit as you possibly can with only about 3:40 on the clock.
Mason Bryant in the backfield, the lone back. There's the snap. Scholl rolling left, looking to pass. Scoots away from coverage, fires into the end zone. It's batted away. Incomplete. It fails. So at the 3:40 mark of the fourth, Midland hits pay dirt, but the score 27-13. Back with fourth quarter action here on 92.7 The Planet.
PCB is a long-standing partner in our community. We're your neighbors, your teammates, and your friends, and we want to be your banker. We're a team of experienced professionals focused on the personal, residential, and business needs of our community. We make decisions locally, quickly, and with your best interest in mind. We care about you, your family, your business, and your goals. We're PCB, a proud community bank. Open an account with us today.
Score at the 3:40 mark of the fourth quarter. The 2-point conversion fails, putting us at the score 27-13 in favor of the Cougars. Cabell Midland looking to kick it away here. Like Ben said, probably looking for an onside kick. Looks like they've got some hands up on the front of the line here for Capital. As Mason Bryant ready to kick it away for the Knights. 3:40 to go in this one. 27-13 is your score. Cougars on top of the Knights here from the Castle. Bryant's kick squibs through coverage. It's going to be fallen on at the 48-yard line, or rather the 44-yard line. And it's recovered by Sidney Lester.
Well, and if Capital holds on, it'll be the first time they win in Ona in nearly 8 years. I was in middle school back in 2017 the last time Capital beat Ona. I think I was in 8th grade? Actually, 7th grade.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
First and 10 for the Cougars from the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line. Clock is sitting at 3:37 left in this contest. This now is a game of eating clock for the Cougars. They're going to have to move the football a little bit to get to the end of this one, but this is going to be a game of clock management here for the Cougars to walk away here with a win and not give the football up. Give is right up the middle to Robinson, and that's actually Camden Harris on the give. Looks like Robinson's calling the signals now. And the Knights defender made the tackle was Eli Thompson. Second down, 7 to go for the Cougars as they continue to let that clock roll. We're at the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Heading towards the end of this one after a long lightning delay. And who we got next week?
At George Washington.
G-Dub.
We got G-Dub next week.
Here at the Castle.
And then we go to Spring Valley.
Essentially two home games. We're not really going that far for that road trip. Got a flag on the field. That's going to be a delay of game on the Cougars. They'll assess that 5-yarder. 2:51 left in this one.
Hey, Chris.
Yep.
Yeah, so you watch wrestling, right?
I do. Yep.
Hey, did you see who returned tonight?
I did not.
A.J. Lee.
Nice. Okay.
After 10 years, returned tonight.
Wow.
So basically, I told a buddy of mine, I got to go back and watch SmackDown when I get home tonight.
There you go. Second down 13 for the Cougars. 2:51 left in this ball game. Robinson takes the snap, or he gets the give, rather. He's around the right side, still on his feet to the 45-yard line. The tackle, Eli Thompson again for the Knights. Also in on that tackle was Cam Wallace. And they say Connor Wolford, too, on the assist for the Knights. Robinson gets back after the 5-yard penalty. The ball will be placed on the 45-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 8 or 9 for the Cougars. Clock is looking at the 2:15 mark of the fourth quarter. And back to, well, Capital. It looks like they're going to probably take a timeout here because you've got the, well, are they changing personnel or what's happening?
Timeout,
no,
Midland.
Midland's going to take a timeout with 2 minutes left in this ball game. We'll just keep it right here. This one is just being extended a little more longer each time the ball's placed, Ben.
Yeah,
it's been a long night of football.
Yeah, it's been a very long night of football, Chris. Hey, but at least we got college tomorrow that we could sit back and watch. You got West Virginia, Ohio. Hey, on our sister station, you mentioned 937 The Dog. We got our great Marshall Thundering Herd taking on the Missouri State Bears from Conference USA at Jones T. Edwards Stadium.
First home game in the Tony Gibson era.
So, yeah, basically it's a great day for college football.
Everybody's going to get to see that new sky deck unveiled in the end zone at the Joan tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, the Dutch Miller, the Dutch Miller end zone.
Yeah, should be a great day down in Huntington. And for those of you wondering about the weather, they say the rain should be out of the area by kickoff time. Little concern over the early tailgating, but keep your eye on that weather. But as the last report we got, as of that 6 o'clock kickoff time, you should be good to go for a great evening of football from Jones T. Edwards Stadium. And as Ben said, you can catch it over on our sister station, 93.7 The Dog. Steve Cotton entering his 30th year as the voice of the Thundering Herd.
Also, you can also tune into the amazing pregame show at 3 o'clock on our sister station, ESPN 94.1 and AM 930.
That's true, that pregame show over on 94.1 and AM 930. Take a listen to that as you're headed down to the game. As we're back to work, 3rd and 9 from the 45-yard line for the Cougars. 2 minutes to go in this contest. There's the snap. Rolling to the left, that's the freshman quarterback. He's got some room to run. He's upended, but I think he was really close to the first down mark. And if that's the case,
at this point, if you're Capital, if you get the first down, you just take a knee and go home.
Well, you got the freshman quarterback in there wanting to get some reps, man. I mean, that's who just ran the football. So, they didn't make it. So 4th down and 1. That was a nice run though by the freshman.
If I was him, I'd run a quarterback sneak here, and then take a knee and go home.
He was quick.
I say take a quarterback keeper here, get a first down, and then just take it home. Take home your first win in ONA since 2017.
So I'm questioning the same thing. They moved the ball up just now.
So that's got to be a first down. It's got to be.
This officiating crew is so funny. They're telling the players to back up. Oh, they're going to bring it out for measurement after they move the ball up. Goodness. This is the
second measurement we've had tonight.
Keystone Cop version of officiating here this evening.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, Keystone Cops?
Don't know.
You'll have to look it up. I'm just going to tell you to look it up, young boy. It's a silent film comedy, and the Keystone Cops, they used to make the Keystone Cops look like
I know what you're talking about now. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Yep.
Silent films from between 1912 and 1917.
I wasn't alive, but I know what the Keystone Cops are. So they do get the first down. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. The ball is on the 45-yard line or 46-yard line of the Knights. We're at 1 minute and 15 to go in this ball game. And they're going to snap it, take a knee probably, like you said.
Well, it's weird how teams want to take knees out of the shotgun.
Nope, the freshman quarterback does hand it off. And right up the middle, no gain on the play, but it'll get everybody reset, and that's probably going to bring this one to a close, honestly.
And that's one thing I never understood is why teams try to take knees in the shotgun because you got a chance of fumbling the ball.
Sure. It'll be 2nd and about 12 after the loss on the play.
Oh, Chris, there's one thing. You got to give credit to the Knights where credit is due. They never gave up.
No, they did not. They did not. They played this whole game, and Coach Fetty's got to be happy with that effort again, because they didn't give up last week in Pikeville either. So they keep giving this kind of effort. They're going to win some ball games down the road. This will be the last snap of the ball game as ball's snapped. Man still on his feet. He's up the middle, got some room to run, gets the first down, and the last 12 seconds are going to tick off the clock. Actually, they're going to stop the clock to reset the chains after the first down, and then that should be it.
But great effort by the Knights. And they just end up starting the season 0-2, but they can get the first one against GW next week.
Because we're back here.
Yeah, back here at the Castle, which that's still my favorite nickname of all the stadiums and stuff I've been to. I like the Castle.
I like it. That'll bring a close to the end of this one. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back and summarize this one, tell you where we'll be next week. A short post-game show coming up right here on 92.7 The Planet.
Barbersville Convention and Visitors Bureau, Partners Insurance, Putnam County Bank, Wendy's, and the Schmidt Family Restaurant Group are proud supporters of Cabell Midland Athletics.
Become a member of LIUNA and train to become a union construction worker.
Being a LIUNA member has brought me financial stability. I used to work in retail and that's not what I wanted to do. And someone came into the store and said, well, have you thought about the laborers union? I'm 25 years old. I already have a good job, a good paying job, and I'm not gonna have an abundance of college debt. You can choose what type of route and what career you want to take with what classes you take here.
Calendar notifications, emails, texts. These are all distractions. They take your attention away from the road, away from stoplights, sudden braking, and unexpected hazards. Distracted driving is dangerous to you and others. And if you're caught with a phone in your hand, it will cost you a minimum of $100, or even worse, it could cost a life. Keep yourself and others safe on the road. Put the phone away or pay. This message is brought to you by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program.
Everything begins with water. From our cool mountain springs.
27-13 in favor of the Capital Cougars. Let's check the scores one more time for you from Class 4A. More importantly, the games of interest. George Washington wins 38-6 over Hurricane. They go. That's their first win of the season, or their second win of the season. They go to 2-0 on the year. Huntington. It's not the final yet. They're still in the fourth quarter after a lightning delay down there as well. They're up 22-20 over the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Morgantown over Jefferson 38-7. Musselman loses 35-28 to Loudoun Valley, Virginia. Riverside and Oak Hill. Oak Hill comes out on top 26-7. Spring Valley out of Class AAA 23-13 over Parkersburg. Parkersburg South losing to University 38-27. And then Greenbrier East 28-14 out of Class AAA over Woodrow Wilson. And that gives you your scores from Class 4A from the state of West Virginia. Huntington leading Martinsburg. The Giants about to fall down there. Keep your eyes on that one. And then we want to remind you tomorrow, the pregame show on 94.1 and 9:30 a.m. for the debut of the Tony Gibson era at Jones C. Edwards Stadium. And you can also catch the game on our sister station, 93.7 FM, The Dog. And the final once again here from Cabell Midland High School, 27-13. We come back right here next week to face George Washington. That should be a 7 p.m. kickoff. They did extend kickoff here tonight by a half an hour, but we should be back to regular game time at 7 p.m. here next week at the Castle as the Knights take on the GW Patriots as they invade the Castle next week. One final time, your final score, 27-13 in favor of the Cougars over the Cabell Midland Knights here this evening. Many thanks to those back at Studio Control keeping the broadcast on this evening. Thanks for your patience this evening through the lightning delay. And Ben, it's always a pleasure to work with you. Welcome to the broadcast. Ben Anderson, the first time on the broadcast with me this evening. Thanks for working with me, my friend.
Hey, Chris, I had a great time, and I look forward to having many other adventures with the Cabell Midland Knights this season.
Catch us next week, same time, or not same time, but same channel a half hour earlier, right here on 92.7 The Planet. Thanks for listening, everyone.